Hi, my name is Prerak Sharma, 21 years old, MBA Data Science and AI first year student at IIT Mandi. Today I was asked by my sir who's teaching us Gita, who am I? How would I associate myself as? What will I associate myself as? And as you all know, my first answer was I don't know because I seriously don't know. But he insisted me to tell him the first word that comes to my mind or the thing which I refer to as when other people ask me this. So I said I refer to myself as student, MBA first year student of MBA Data Science and AI at IIT Mandi. So this is my main character, the main part of my character which the world sees. And what that is, a student. Other identities are also there, but the main character that I carry with myself is of a student. I am my mother's son, I am my dad's son, I am a brother to someone, I'm a friend to someone, but the main character which I show to the world, project to the world, is of a student. I learned this today, and we all. Sir also asked one more thing: what is our own in this world, or in this universe, or in this cosmos, whatever you feel to call like it? What is actually our own? My name, Prerak, is not my own name because my parents had thought of naming me Ayush before the name change happened. So, how can one body have two names? And am I Ayush? I was named Ayush, right? But my whole identity is phased or phrased on the name Prerak. So, are Ayush and Prerak two different people? And also before that, I was in my mother's womb for 9 months. That body didn't have any name. Was it me? It was me, but that was not called Prerak. That was not called even Ayush. So this thing was taken by the world. My surname Sharma, it was not what I came with. It cannot be mine. The moment I was born in the family, this Sharma surname came with it. It was a bonus that was given to me. And both these names, Prerak and Sharma, are not mine. They are not me. And talking about this body, the thing which you are seeing, the thing that is most prominent available to all of us, people refer to this as Prerak. When they see a person with spectacles, with hairs like this, with the skin color or the face like it, they know that it's Prerak. And Prerak is not me. Strange, right? But yeah, the second identification other than name, the body which I have, is this body me? It's a hard question because most of our worldly attachments or worldly connections are recognized because of this body. When people see this body, they get to recognize who Prerak is. And this is one more additional thing that is most prominent and which is the most closest to being my identity. But this is not me. This hand is not me. Can you call this Prerak? You can't call it Prerak. Can you call this Ayush? You can't call it Ayush. This body is not me. What else can be me? My thought process, it can be influenced, right? I can be grown, a small child can be taught things which might not be his own, but his whole adulthood can be based on the values that he has been taught when he was a little kid. So our thought process is also taken from the world outside. A state of mind is determined by the actions or situations that are happening outside. So we cannot call it our own. In a sense, that is not our own. What more do we have? If we are out of examples, you can either pause this video and think for a second. What will you associate as yourself? Who are you actually? And you can unpause when you get time to think of it. I'll give you the gist of this question. The only thing that we have of our own is our experience. There is a reason why during an interview selection or a job role which requires a candidate, they ask for your experience. They don't care about your marks. They might care about your marks, but they want to know your experience. Have you worked in teams before? Do you know how working with people feels like? Or are you just kid did his MBA and is somehow is just freshly gonna appear in an organization now? They want to test it out. So this is why they ask for experience. And experience is the only thing that we can call our own. The movie which my friend is watching and what I am watching. It might be the same movie, but the experience that we both have can be different. And the experience that we both had can also have some similarities, but the experience is totally our own. I cannot claim that if you are watching this video, I can't have some common grounds with you on basis of experience. I am the guy who's speaking on this end. You are the guy who's listening on your end. We are having different experiences, and experience are the only thing that we can call that are our own. Intelligence and heart filled with that heart. Hriday is known as heart. And sometimes in our lives, we get in so much confusion that our heart hulks down. We are not able to decide what to choose. If I have my end term exam, and at the same day, I have my sister's wedding, what to do? Should I appear for my exam and skip my sister's wedding, or should I appear for my sister's exam? Should I appear for my sister's marriage and skip my exam? This is a thing which needs a lot of thought before. Not easy to deal with, yeah. And somehow we have to find some middle ground. And these kind of situations are known as Hriday Durbalta. When our heart is not able to decide what to do, in such situations, rather than reacting, we should respond. What does respond mean? In the previous video, I also mentioned what response and reaction means. Reactions mean just taking action based on your senses. Response means your thought process is alive before speaking. If you have thought about something and rather than just reacting, reaction is fast. Response can also be fast, but it totally depends on your reaction time. If your reaction time is fast and you can think about and your thinking process is alive, then you can respond. This response is what makes a person intelligent. Right? What more did I learn today? I also learned this is not a learning, this is an observation which I made, and it's not like I'm targeting anyone. It's human nature. Even I have that nature. See, people only act sincere when there's an authority in front of them. Otherwise, we are chill people. We like to procrastinate, we don't like to work, and even if we like to work, we are selfish. We only try to do those actions which will benefit me. I don't want benefit of others. And these two actions of being selfish and being sincere only when there is a higher authority involved. This creates a kind of clash which I get confused of mostly in my life. I don't know why this happens. I also do that, but when others do it, it feels bad. Why are you doing this? This is what I feel like. See, when a person tries to bring some ideas, so what kind of ideas? Ideas could be of anything, like something that will contribute into the group, something that will help the group grow in a direction, in a positive direction. When that guy who was in the group, he will never share it with other people. But when an authority comes, he will tell it to him. Was I thinking right? Will this help anyone? Or nobody will listen to me. If it comes through you, everyone will listen. This authority gap is very normal. Everyone feels like this. I also feel like it. I also feel that if I share my idea with the teacher or with the person who has authority over all the students in the class, if my idea is found reasonable and suitable enough by the authority, and that my ideas come out through his mouth, gets conveyed through his mouth and with his supervision, with his check mark, it will create more authority. And that feels like a great path, but will it make me a good manager? If I can't convey my idea out to all these 46 people, how will it make me a good manager? I don't know. And this is where you need to have some courage. This is where I need to have some courage. I have to take that action. I have to face rejection by all 45 of my friends that what I am doing is not in the right direction. Although, if the same thing comes from an authority or from my teachers, it might make sense. But when it's coming from me, I'll have to face rejections, and those rejections will help me build a character based on experience. Those rejections are my experience. And one more thing that I learned today, that it's not always about giving solutions to your friends. We all might have friends whom we feel like listening to, whom we feel like that he keeps on talking, and whenever I give him a solution, he rejects it or he never follows it. And when we stop it and somehow we just let them speak whatever they feel like, and in the end they come to a solution. This is also a way. This is like the ideas which are inside my mind, I have to let them out here, and that letting them out here make some will make me more clear. It will help me have more clarity. It happens many times. So the confusion which I have in my mind to do or not to do, to tell the professor or to tell the students directly, whatever is coming in my mind, I have to write it down. I have to talk to myself. Like in this video, while talking, I came to give a solution to myself. I was confused before that. What should I do? Should I actually use my idea not for my selfish motive? Should I keep help everyone with that? What should I exactly do? And I have my answer now. See, you guys are not present with me here, but you are there. And I am talking to myself, but with the perspective in my mind that you all are with me. And just by talking to you people, I found my solution. I'll do it. The thing which I have made in my mind, I'll do it with altruistic nature. Even if I somehow don't find something that resonates me, it might help someone else. Helping doesn't make sense in the short term, but in longer run it might reap some fruits. Who knows? No one has seen the future, but the thing we know is our actions, our deeds. If my deeds, actions can help someone, I should do it, right? I should also chant the Lord's name. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Those people who are in continuation with my videos will know it, that I gave myself this task to observe my thoughts by chanting this Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare chant. And I am doing it. Although I sometimes forget, but this is how you build a habit. Whenever you forget, whenever these minds feel like going into some different direction, bring it back right to the point where it started from. We have to discipline it. To learn, you need discipline. You need humility inside. To ask questions, you need to be disciplined. You need to have humility inside of you. You need to have your ears open and your mouth shut. This is how learning happens. And I also learned one more thing today. I'll share it with you. See, in my village, we had cattle, right? There is one more livestock. I believe livestock is the word which we call animals that we use for our agriculture or benefits for home. So we had some cattle in my village, and What my uncle used to do was, when there was an ox, see, when there was an ox who was about to die, who was not able to eat anymore, who was not able to come outside of the shelter that we gave him, what my uncle used to do was read Gita out loud to him. Why did he do it? I never realized. And I've also seen that when my uncle reads Gita out loud to them, the ox starts crying. Tears come out from his eyes. There are five senses or five things that are present. The how creation happens, how birth happens, or the five fundamentals of life. The first sense that we, the four most important sense that we have are our ears. First we start listening, then we start seeing. I might be missing the order, but the first one is listening, and the last one is taste. Taste and smell. Gandh and swad. And the first one are the auditory senses. So when we are about to die, when this body is about to deteriorate, or when we face some health issues, the first sense to go out of system to get hacked is our sense of taste and smell. The same thing happened with all of us during COVID, right? How did we recognize that we are at disease, or do we have some symptoms? Our sense of taste and sense of smell goes. And similarly, when this body is about to lose itself and the soul has to move to another body, how do we know this body starts losing its senses? The first foremost senses that we lose are taste and smell. And and by time we lose other senses like touch, we can't recognize touch anymore. We forget people around us. So this was the third sense. And the fourth sense, somehow in our old age, we start losing our eyesight. Our eyes gets weakened. But the last sense which remains, and also the pain that is involved in death, it can't be expressed outside because my senses are not working. I'm not able to speak anymore. I can't express it out. And the last sense which remains are my ears, auditory senses. The thing from where creation began during birth, the first system to channelize, the first system to get updated was our ears. Now the only thing during our death which is left with us is again our ears. Again the auditory senses. Ears are nothing, these are just machines. The auditory senses and the property of listening, of sound, is the primary thing. So the auditory senses remain. And what is the thing that we all want to hear at our time of death? Lord's name, something that is dear to us. And that is why when my ox used to be close to his death, he lost its sense of smell. He stopped eating. He couldn't taste anything. His body felt like it's a heavy thing to deal with. He lost his sense of touch. He lost his sense of l- l- seeing things. Yeah, because to mention, he didn't have one eye, and the other eye also he started seeing less. And the only thing that remained with him was his auditory senses. And when my uncle used to come to him and recite Gita to him, because in him also there is an individual conscious unit, maybe because of his past times, that conscious unit knew the value of Lord's name. Because inherently ICU, individual conscious unit, the consciousness which is inside of me is a part of the whole. Qualitatively, it is the same as the supreme conscious unit. So that is why that ICU which was inside my ox surrendered to my uncle, uncle's wisdom that he was saying through Bhagavad Gita. This is how things happen. Complicated things happen, and tears started falling from his eyes, rolling from his eyes. Things happen. So this was a little story to end with of my ox and my uncle. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you must have learned one or two things from this discourse, from this 20-minute discourse. I hope you liked this video. If you did, drop a like. Even if you didn't, drop an insight below in the comment section, okay? Share if you wanted to. My links to LinkedIn and Twitter are attached below. You can contact me there if you want to reach out. Some people do. I try to help everyone. I don't try, I help everyone. I'm just here to add value. Through my videos, I just add value. There is no time waste in it. I hope you had a great time. We'll meet again tomorrow. This series will continue till 2 years. So we'll have more interactions. Till then, goodbye. Signing off, Prerak Sharma.